Hey, Mark. I asked David this too. What what kind of abnormalcy or unusual situation you're going into, and how do you treat that? Do you try to take it in stride, or do you try to embrace the abnormality? Uh, how do you deal with that going in?
Uh, I think, I think when we get there, I think we'll start kind of knowing what everything's going to be about. I think once we get to Toronto and we get kind of situated in the hotel and kind of what our day-to-day life is going to be like, I think all you can do is embrace it. I mean, this is the situation we're in, and there's no point of looking at it negatively and going in there with a positive attitude and trying to have fun with it as much as possible. I know it's hard with the guys, you're going to be missing their family and friends, but it is what it is. And, we just got to go in and try to enjoy it. And I think that'll, translate just to a more positive attitude and a better energy on the ice.
Hey, Mark. So, you've been in the league 13 years, 10 of them you've been in the playoffs. Obviously, this is totally different than anything you've ever experienced. Mentally for you, what's the major difference? And then on top of it, obviously, this could be the longest road trip you've ever been on in your life. How are you preparing for that?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing obviously is going to be the no fans in the building. I think when you're going into a playoff series, some of the biggest thrill is the away crowd or your home crowd, and just like the energy that goes along with making a run in the playoffs. So that's going to be the biggest thing, and it's the same for everyone. It's going to be a challenge, and I think one that we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see how it goes. Yeah, and as far as being in a hotel, I mean, we're all used to road trips. Obviously, this is going to be a bit of an extended one. So, I packed relatively light. I think they got laundry service, so I'm counting on that.
Hey, Mark. I'd like to hear your thoughts on, if you think back to training camp in September for you guys, there was a lot of new faces. It felt like everybody was kind of getting to know each other. It seemed much more tight-knit this time around. Everybody's familiar with each other. Like, how would you describe that transformation and what this group kind of chemistry is right now?
Yeah, definitely. I think, like you said, in September, a lot of new bodies, a lot of new line combinations, all that stuff. And I think it took us a few months to kind of figure out, who we were as a team and how we were going to have success. And having had, those 2.5 months of success before the pause, it's definitely something good to fall back on, and we definitely are more comfortable as a team, more familiar with each other, and definitely will help, obviously, going into a situation that we're going into. So, yeah, that's a positive.
I'll give you one more before we let you get on the plane.
Sure.
Just thinking of getting on that plane now, going to Toronto, everything's real. I mean, what are the emotions like? I know in the beginning we talked about doubts about whether this day would actually come, but now it's as real as ever. So what does that feel like?
Yeah, it's a little surreal. I think it's kind of a whole, half the summer not knowing what was going to happen, and now that the day is here, I think everyone's pretty excited. I think the energy around the room was kind of giddy, and guys were excited to get there. And the last week or so, you're kind of just waiting to go. So I think everyone's itching to play competitive hockey again. To be honest, I mean, you can only practice so long before you want to hit someone or make an impact that way in a real game. So I think we're excited to go, and it's excited for the challenge ahead.